Yeah, big up the URT. You are the URT. Smash a like for the URT. Big up, people. I hope you're well. Dorgu's out for the season, people. That's the headline. And then the mainstream media and other fans are pushing this BS about Michael Carrick having being a full-time Manchester United manager, not just a caretaker. And I think we need to put this in the bud. I don't think nobody should be asked. We shouldn't be debating this piece. I mean, people can debate whatever they want, but I genuinely think it's nonsense till we get to the end of the season. Then he'll have to apply like everybody else. But it is what it is, people. But the question is, what about if you get one of the midfielders injured? There's so many days to go in the window. Monday till Monday, the window is. What happens if Manchester United can't sign somebody? If they don't want to sign anybody and midfielder gets injured? This is the United Real Therapy. On this channel, we keep it 100%. We have real conversations. We don't just sensationalize the latest BS. The least you could do is like the video and subscribe to the channel. That's the least you could do, support the channel. We try to be consistent as much as we can, even at times when we're not feeling well physically. And so the least you could do, I'm not asking you to become a member, I'm not asking you to become anything else. But that's the topics tonight. Dorgu, what does it mean, Dorgu out? Have we got any athletic, somebody who can play that, can Cunha do that running? Can he do that defending? Can he be the guy who takes that left-hand side position? Or does that mean that we put Ahmad there and now Mbumu plays and then we bring Sesko back in the team? Or Cunha back in the team? We're going to get into all those debates tonight. But this Michael Carrick being getting a full-time job after 2 games, need to give it a effing rest. It's an absolute horrendous debate. We need to wait till the end of the season. Then what has Carrick done? And all of it, every game is a job interview for Carrick in terms of what different solutions he's coming up with, different problems that's going to be facing. And if they don't get him a midfielder, then they want him to fail. They don't want to give him the job. Simple as that. Because if you get one midfielder injured, then we're done. I don't think we're going to get in the Champions League. The only way we get in the Champions League is we get one midfield player injured, and I God wish we don't have any midfield injuries, touch wood. But if we do, and there's nobody there they don't get anybody until Monday for him alone, then that means they don't want him in the job. And the only way we can get Champions League, it means Liverpool and Liverpool and Chelsea will have to incredibly collapse. They would have to collapse, and Liverpool. City, Villa, and Arsenal can't get away from us that much. But yeah, all of that coming up after this. But in my heart, honestly, I'm so gutted for Dorgu. But we'll be back after this intro. Yeah, big up the therapy army. Big up to all of you. Big up to all the mods. Big up. Let's start it. Let's start it tonight. Let's start it. Let's try to think about solutions. Big up to King Sol. Appreciate all the support always. Big up to Jamie Wayne. Appreciate all the support. Big up to Irish Prayer. Big up to everybody else. Big up to all the therapy army. Big up, love, light. Smash a like, please. I've had enough of incompetent owners. 100%. But let's get into solution. I'm just going to do now a poll. Please smash a like. Let's get to 50 likes ASAP. Let's get into solution. I'm gonna do this now, so people, can you please vote? Who should be on the left-hand side? Who should play now that Dorgu's out? Dorgu out for the season. Who should play on the left-hand side? Who should play on the left-hand side? It's out, man. Also, have you liked the video? Also, have you liked the video? So, could it be Cunha? Get the voting, please, people. Get voting. Cunha. Mason Mount. It could be Ahmad. Then Mbermo on the right. Mbermo on the right. Mason Mount. Mount. Who else can play on the left-hand side? Who else can play on the left-hand side? Who else? Who else can play on that? So Cunha, or do we bring in oh God, I forgot his name. Lacey. Lacey, then Ahmad on the right. And Ahmad on the right. Right, get voting, people. Get voting. Because this is what I've said. Who should play on the left now that Dorgu's out for the season? He's out for the season, people. 10 weeks is the season, basically. Also, if you like the video. So, number one is Cunha. We got Ahmad to the right. Sorry, on the left. And then Burma on the right. Or we put Mount. Or we would play Lacey and then Ahmad on the right. You know, keep Ahmad on the right. Keep Ahmad on the right and in Burma, you know. Yeah, keep it as it is. So get voting, people. Get voting. Get voting. I've just put it on. What should happen? Lacey Cunha, share it. Okay, that's interesting. 77 Retro said, yes, should share it. What do you guys think? No, Lacey can stay on the right. And then Ahmad can go to the left. But get voting, people. Get voting. Or do you want Cunha? I like this. Lacey and Cunha can share. You put it, Urchera put there. I like that. I actually like that. Big up Jamie Wayne. But get voting, people, because I really, really like what's going on. Where's the rest? Oh, I don't know. I've sent them the link, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to send Irfan, actually, the link. Let me just send Irfan the link. He's been driving back from... Irfan's been coming back from Italy. So let me see if he's back. Let me just check. Let me see if he's back. Let me see if he's back. Let me just jump this on. Place. Jump on live now. Jump on live now. That news of Dorgu has taken the wind out of that amazing, glorious win at Arsenal. Honestly, I feel absolutely deviled. I absolutely feel deviled for him. How you doing, Sean? I hope you're well.
Pick up, guys. Is it just me or is Nerdin frozen?
No, I'm here. Can you hear me? Hello? Go out and come back. My connection seems to be all right. It might be your end. I can't do last minute invites. I can't do last minute invites. But yeah, so listen, seriously, I'm devastated. I'm absolutely devastated. Dorgu is in the form of his life. The form of his life. Sean, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear you. Yeah.
Sean, I'm just saying, I'm absolutely deflated with the news that Dorgu's out for the season. He's been on the best form of his career, and he's been such a critical part in this new way that we're playing, and all of a sudden he's out for the season. It's absolutely deflated. I was on
Yeah.
about 9 because we smashed Arsenal. And when I wake up to today, I find out in the news he's out for the season. I'm just like, I'm deviled. How are you feeling?
I would say it's unfortunate, not deflating at all, far from that, but it's unfortunate. I think we've seen this kind of thing happen quite often, where a player comes back, finds form, and just at the moment where they're about to kick off, they get an injury. I think Kobe Mino comes to mind that first season with Ten Hag. I think we saw it with Delete as well early this season, where just as he started to get into a groove, he got injured. So we've seen this happen a couple of times. Dorgu is a young guy. I think I would be surprised if it's actually 10 weeks. I expect him to recover quicker than that. But for me personally, absolutely nothing can stop this United trend that we're on. I wish Dorgu could be around to be a part of it, but the trend continues. The good vibes, the good times, it continues. I trust the squad to be able to Carrick and the squad to find an alternative. Just 4 weeks ago, Dorgu could have been in the what did we call them again? The crack squad or the bin squad. Just 4 weeks ago or 5 weeks ago, Dorgu was not as rated highly as he is right
Actually,
now.
Sean, I'm not gonna lie. I actually really think that Dorgu about 2 months ago, maybe 2.5 months ago, was struggling. I really think even towards the end of Amarim, he was the player, especially at Old Trafford, when you go to the stadium. He was the one that wasn't getting the stick, actually. Fans were actually cheering him, you know what I mean? It's when he picked up the ball and he can run with it because of his physicality and robustness and his energy to get up and down. I actually thought he was winning the fans over even without scoring goals. But then he started to set goals up. The past 2 months, he started to assist goals, score goals. And now, these last 2 games, he's been one of the best players for Manchester United. He's been in that conversation for man of the match. Yes, I think 3 months ago or 2.5 months ago, yes, I think certain fans were frustrated with him. But I genuinely do think that sometimes players, you find them the position, you think they're a left back or they're a left wing back. They're not. They are a left winger. You know what I mean? They play better going forward, and they can also
Yeah.
support and help out with defensive. You know what I mean? They can go back up and down. But the biggest thing for me, we don't have anybody robust as him physically. You can go up and down that left-hand side. There's nobody. Listen, Indiana, let me know if you want to jump on, bro. I can send you the link.
No, you're correct. We don't have anybody we don't have another Patrick Dorgu, right? We don't have somebody that can replace Dorgu like for
No, we
like.
don't even need somebody like him. We just need somebody who can get up and down the left wing. That's what we need.
Yeah. I don't know if I agree with that, right? I don't know that we need to have the exact same profile of player to replace Dorgu. I think either way, we would have needed to see some rotation. I think we should not forget that Dorgu was a 21-year-old who was going through a purple patch. So it was very likely that even if he stayed fit, there will be times where he's not played at the same level that we saw against Arsenal and City. So there would have needed to be rotation, of some sorts in other ways. So again, I think for me, I'm looking entirely on the bright side. I think it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate and unlucky for Dorgu that he's injured. I think no one is feeling the pain more than him. This is not a good time for him to be injured. But I think also this is already a season that most people have written off, right? I think we're on this fantasy title charge that I'm leading. But I would have expected. So, for example, even if Dorgu was fit, I think a lot of people expect that the game against Fulham, for example, is a game where maybe we need a bit more guile and creativity, and Dorgu might not be the right guy exactly for that left wing. So, unfortunate, but like it is what it is. We move on. I think we don't have to play the exact same way that we played with Dorgu on the pitch. We can try a different way of playing. We can play Cunha there. I think Obuemo can also play on the left and Sesko up front. We have options. And I think even if Dorgu isn't playing, as long as everybody else in the team continues to play to the level and the standard that we saw against City and Arsenal, we'll be fine.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's really interesting that you said that, Sean. Yeah, I think I'm not talking about the feel-good factor, but I really think Dorgu with his running powers, it's not that we need the same profile, Emily. It's the running power. It's the running power to be able to get up and down that left-hand side. We've not had an athlete like that for a long, long time in this Manchester United squad. Like somebody who can get up and down from first minute till the last minute. And that is a threat because teams can't rest because somebody with that level of movement, right, who can get up and down and at the moment who's scoring worldies. Now, I agree 100% he's a young player. But, sometimes young players, when they hit great form, they sometimes, the over-enthusiasm can carry them to even more form. But I understand what you're saying. I'll just go and check the poll, Sean. I've just put these possible scenarios. I've said, who should go? Who should be on the left? Now that Dorgu's out. So I said Cunha, and then somebody said, and then I said Ahmad, then Mbeumo on the right. I said Mount, or I said Lacey on the left, right? Then keep Ahmad, keep Ahmad on the right. So there is that at this moment in time is Cunha that's winning at the moment. Cunha, everybody's saying Cunha.
Yeah.
And
that makes a
people
lot
are
of
saying
sense to me.
Cunha because he's come on and he's changed games. But sometimes, you've played football, Sean, I'm sure you did. Some players actually, they do better when they come on. Do you know what I mean? Some players are actually better when they come on.
Yeah,
And some
our club is made up of those kind of players. Chicharito, Solskjaer.
Yeah.
We have the history of that.
Yeah, and some players are actually, when they start, they're not doing that great. And some players need to start. So some players can never be sub. They need to start games to get into the flow of things. Then be able to do it. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's really interesting what people are saying. Big up to everybody. Big up to Susie. Champions League, only thing we can play. Shame and no trophies. Ruined keeping Scammer in here. Yeah, we need to, I mean, 100%, I do believe that. I think that decision to hire Amorim has cost Manchester United 2 seasons. I believe that. I genuinely do believe that. But now that he's not here, we need to focus. Big up Indiana's. People are ignoring Dorgu's work, especially what that means for sure. That's what I'm saying to you. That's what I'm saying to you.
No one is ignoring.
Nobody's ignoring. But what he's saying is that people don't. That's a huge tangible thing that people only see now he's scoring the goals. Actually, it's his work rate. So two things he's been doing in the last 2 games. He's not just protecting Luke Shaw, he's also making it hard in midfield. Him and Ahmad have both been tucking into midfield and helping out Casemiro and Kobe. So it's effective because of the fitness level, because of his enthusiasm. We don't have a profile player like that. The only thing I can say that Cunha does work hard. Cunha will work hard, but Cunha will have to play discipline in terms of knowing when to help Luke Shaw, when to help the midfield. That's what you're going to have to do. Let me get Luani in. Luani, big up to you. You're back on the road.
Big up. Storm is past. Everything is clear today. All the snow are removed from the road, so we're good. Thank God. How are you guys doing?
Luani, the microphone is kind of popping, so
we're on the title chart, Luani. That's all we're doing.
Hello?
Okay, I'll turn the microphone on and come back with the speaker of the phone.
Okay. Actually, it sounds a lot better now. Just leave it, whatever you're doing. Leave it there. Okay. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Go ahead, Sean.
All right.
No, just saying that we're on the title chart, and yes, we can hear you, Luani.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yep, I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna jump out and jump back in really quick,
Yeah, well,
so I
well,
can
well,
set up
Lonnie
my
said so.
microphone.
I just want to
Thank you.
reiterate that no one is forgetting again. No one is forgetting all the many wonderful contributions that Patrick Dorgu has made in the last month or so to the United team, right? But again, let's not forget that one, it's a team game, right? So Dorgu, I think, is benefiting from the overall increase in form across the board. He's a standout player in the midst of other standout players. So as far as the other 10 guys on the pitch continue to perform the way that they're performing, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. I think we would miss like a spark here and there. I think for Dorgu personally, right, it's painful because he was just getting into his prime at United. So it is painful. I will miss that spark. Um, but the Dorgu on the left thing, I mean, let's not pretend that like now Dorgu is supposed to be our left wing solution, right? Because I still saw a future where, in depending on the kind of game, Dorgu moved to left back and somebody else played at the left. So it's painful for Dorgu, definitely for sure. But I still expect the team to continue this wave of good performances because, like I said, if everyone else is turning up the way they're supposed to, we might miss Dorgu, right? But we should still be able to continue our title charge.
Interesting. I love it. You know what they should call you? Sean the deluded red. Go ahead, Luani. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you guys very well.
Yeah. So talk to us. Listen, I was saying we're devastated for Dorgu. Looks like he's out for the season. Yeah, 10 weeks. 10 weeks is basically the season for me. By the time he comes back into fitness, the season will be over. So we're just talking about possible solutions, and we're talking about how much contribution he did, whether he filled in midfield to made it harder because of us athleticism. We miss him because of athleticism. But could this be an opportunity for Cunha? And now we're running a live poll as well. We're asking, should it be Cunha? Should Ahmad play on the left? And should Mbeumo be on the right? Or should it be Mount playing on the left kind of side? We also said about maybe Lazy on the right to come on, you know, with Cunha, and then Ahmad on the right. What do you think, Luani?
First of all, I'm devastated for the kid because this thing about life where you are on the ascendancy and then something happens suddenly, you have a setback. So I hope he have the right support system with him. I'm pretty sure he's the coaches and his teammate will be very supportive, and I hope he have the right support system in term of in his personal life, his family, also with him, and help him go through this. The second thing is I'm not sure what the problem is, guys. Seriously, like a few weeks ago, nobody penning Dorgu for as a left winger. None of us saw that coming. Yeah, on the back of two stellar performances, now we're looking at him as irreplaceable. No, that's not the way it works. When we change this system, I was pretty adamant that we have at least two people for each position, and nothing really changed. You know, on that left side, as far as I'm concerned, Cunha is competing with Mason Mount. By the way, we haven't seen how Mason Mount can play that position. You see that shot that Cunha took yesterday? That's literally the specialty of Mason Mount. So both of them are competent to play on that left position. As far as striker is concerned, Mbeumo is competing with Sesko, and on the right side, Sean Lacy is competing with Ahmad. So I don't think we have any depth issue. I don't think it's a cause for desperation or panic. If anything, I think the players, this is what these coaches have been brought in for. I have no doubt they will do their job. And this is what these players strive for. I have no doubt that they will make sure that the trust that the coach have in them will be fulfilled. These players are ready. They're ready to go. And we just won 2 games against 2 title contenders. These guys are ready, man. They're ready to do the job.
Title charge loading. I agree with you, except for the 2 players for every position. I think, one of Amorim's most wicked, evil statements that he made was that Kobe Mino is competing with Bruno for a position. I think the way our team is for that striking position, the way I see it, it's Sesko, Mbeumo, and Cunha. Because when Cunha comes on, he comes on and kind of plays as like a false nine, but also on the left, and then on the right, Mbeumo and Ahmad can also play there. On the left, there's Dorgu, there's Mbeumo also. We saw Mbeumo on the left, I think, sometimes for Amorim. And then there's Cunha. So I'm totally with you that, just 3 weeks ago, Dorgu was maybe not, right? And then now he's suddenly the world best. And I'm happy for him. But I fully think that if everybody else on the team performs the way they've been performing, we can make up for Dorgu's absence for sure.
Yeah. You got a valid point there. Is what you say is true. I just look more of the way Carrick want to play football and the way he's been using Mbeumo. So I don't think he will change that too much because he wants to be very direct. Unless, of course, the team sit off us, which, by the way, I'm not saying there's never a right timing for somebody getting injured. But going into the game, I think our next opponent is Fulham.
Yeah.
And Marco Silva is known for sitting back. So this might be the case of it's a good time to see what Mason Mount can do against low block or what Cunha can do against low block coming from the left-hand side. Any of them will work, in my opinion.
No, you're right. I think in general, I'm very, very curious to see how Carrick and co approach the Fulham game. Because I think a lot of people are just waiting to be proved right that the Arsenal and Man City victories were one-off performances against the top team. So it was easy for the players to get motivated. But blah, 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 the Man United players, always let us down against the smaller teams. So I'm really curious to see how we approach the game, not just for the starting lineup, but also from the way we play. Because Fulham, as you're saying, is going to sit off in a low block. And are we going to be able to break them down? Are the players going to be up for it? Can Fulham surprise us? Because this is this Premier League. And the way this season has been going, anything can happen. But I'm confident. I saw a stat that, United have at least 5 times in the past we've been able to surmount a 12-point gap, to the title. So as far as I'm concerned, I expect Carrick to go on an unbeaten run from here to the end of the season. Call me the Lulu, but that unbeaten run continues with Fulham this weekend. And if I were to select now, on paper, if I were to select who should start now today, I'll go with Cunha. And I'll go with Cunha as the false 9 and Mbeumo on the left and let both of them rotate.
So Cunha, Mbeumo on the left, Cunha as on the right, you mean, or Cunha as a striker?
No, Cunha is a striker. Cunha is a striker, Mbeumo on the left. And I think we saw the game against Arsenal right there. Those guys are rotating all the time. Mbeumo, Bruno, Cunha, they're always rotating positions. So, sometimes it's Bruno leading the press, sometimes it's number 9. The one person I guess I'm wondering about their future in this attack is Sesko. Because I think it was clear that, the Arsenal strikers were defenders, were afraid of Mbeumo. And Mbeumo is starting to look like one of the most deadly attackers in the Premier League right now. And if his best position is as number 9, because there's no way anybody's benching Ahmad. Ahmad, to me, untouchable on the right. So if Mbeumo's best position is number 9, what happens to our actual number 9, Sesko?
Is it when it comes to the debate, the situation between Mbeumo and Sesko starting? I think it's more of horses for courses. The reason why I think Mbeumo was favored is because City and both Arsenal push up and they leave space in behind. And if you watch Cunha, I don't think he's that fast. When he doesn't have explosive pace in terms of when they put the ball over the top, he'll get to it before the defenders. I don't think he has that. He does have the movement, he can like fake go in one direction and go on the other, and that's only efficient when you have people that can put the ball first time ball into the box or cut back. But with the two opponents that we played, it was more of who can exploit the space that those defenders leave in behind, and I think Carrick made the right choice. But when it comes to Fulham now, I think that the situation that benefit a bit more Sesko will present itself, because you need a striker to go in behind.
So
And
who do you
because
bench
we
now?
can move our line all the way up, Bruno can find those first-time pass behind the defenders.
So
It
Luani,
doesn't
who do you
necessarily have
bench?
to be.
Who
Yeah.
do you bench this weekend? Let's say Ahmad must start, and you have two positions to pick three players: Sesko, Mbeumo, Cunha. Who stays on the bench?
I think
Yeah, big
Sesko
up,
will start.
big up,
I
guys.
think, yeah.
Big up.
I think
Go
I'll
ahead.
start Sesko just because he hasn't started any game so far, and we don't want him, not for him to feel a certain way. It's not about that, but we also want him to be game sharp and to know that he's also trusted and he's an integral part of the team. So I will start him, and then I'll play Cunha on the left and Ahmad on the right, and then I'll give Mbeumo a rest.
That's interesting. I think I agree with you. I think Cunha deserves to start. I think Sesko also deserves to start again. And Mbeumo is a very dangerous
Mbeumo
option
sub.
off the bench.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mbeumo as a sub. Okay, that's interesting.
That makes sense.
But then some people will say, why are you dropping a guy who's scoring goals, who's on a rich fame of? I don't actually think that he's playing amazing. I think he's just scoring goals. I think he's putting the ball on the back of the net. And in football, that's the hardest thing. That's the hardest thing to do, is put the ball on the back of the net. At the moment, you know, he gets a chance, one or two chances, bam, they're going on the back of the net.
Yep.
So people will be like, why are you dropping somebody when they're on hot form in that goal?
I like Loani's explanation, right? Like horses for courses. Fulham are not going to push up. They're not going to press us as high as Arsenal or Chelsea. Sorry, or Man City. So we don't really need Mbeumo for his pacing behind.
Space.
Yeah,
so
we
you
don't
want
really
a
need
target man that can bring people into play. Sesko.
something like, yeah, I think that's the idea. And then Cunha, obviously, Cunha just deserves to start. I think Cunha has come on twice now, you know, and if we're a serious club that rewards high performing players, I think Cunha has to start for me. And then in midfield and defense, no change, except maybe I'll bring back Mazraoui, because I think against Arsenal, I thought Mazraoui should start. But you know, I think this might be a game for him to come in as well. And I guess it's too bad for Luke Shaw. I think we're lucky that it's one game a week. What about the midfield as well? Would you give Casemiro a rest? You know, and maybe bring in Mason Mount next to Kobe or Ugarte, or how would you give me a starting 11? I guess in general.
No chance of playing Mason Mount next to Kobe. He could be a liability. If anything, I'll bring in Ugarte because at least he can do the defensive work. Then that will allow us to release Kobe a little further up the pitch, and Ugarte can cover ground if needed be. But definitely not Mason Mount. But I'll definitely pen Mason Mount to not to start, but to come in at the 45-minute mark, especially if we're leading by maybe 2-0 or 3-0. Mason Mount will definitely come back on the left side, and depending on how Cunha is doing, I'll either move him to the striker position or sub him off.
What about Lacey? Lacey been coming on in games, maybe 20 minutes to go, and Ahmad moving to the right sometimes. What about that, Lomani, on Sean?
I 100% agree with you. Lacey need more game time. He need more than 20 minutes. I think he also need a good solid 45 minutes. And
I'm sorry.
we can rest Ahmad. But it all depends. We need to score early, and we need to score a lot of goals. If we lead him by 2-0 against Fulham, I don't see them coming back into this game. The game will set up perfectly for a counter-attack. So at that point, I can even take Sesko out, put Mbeumo. I can even take Ahmad out, push on Lacey.
For me, Lacey needs to go to the championship. All those boys, Lacey, Sekokone, I want all of them to play.
Sakakone's in Switzerland, Sean. They sent him to Switzerland. I
Oh,
agree
yes,
with you,
exactly.
Sakakone should go to the championship, but they sent him to Switzerland.
All of them, Lacey, all of them. I want them to have a season. I need them to get the Ahmad treatment because I wouldn't lie. I think the reason why Ahmad is who he is today is because he spent a year in Rangers, a year in Sunderland.
But Sean, that's because when you have seasoned pros who are already there, then you can afford to send the youngsters. But at this moment in time, we need Lacey till the end of the season.
I don't think so.
Listen, next season, Sean, 100%. Send him alone. And because Manchester United need a right winger anyway, so we need a left winger anyway. So
I mean,
if we go,
I guess
let me finish. We get a left winger next season, then we've got Dorgu who can play that position if we need him, and maybe he can play left back and be a bit more attacking on that side. Then Lacey can go to the championship. But at this moment in time, what about if Ahmad gets injured? We're gonna play on the right side. Dorgu. If Ahmad, God forbid, if Ahmad were to get injured, I do not want Lacey or anybody else going out on loan at this moment. We need these.
Yeah.
We need numbers.
Right now in the team, we have Ahmad, we have Mbemo, we have Cunha, we have Mason Mount. These are 4 players, right, that can play in that one right wing position if we need to, right? And so I think before Shea Lacey should play there.
Put him on the list. I put him on the list. Sean, can you really genuinely hand on your heart trust Mason Mount not to get injured?
No, I can't. But I'm saying,
So
I don't expect.
I don't even know why I put him on the list. Let's not even put him there.
No, I'm saying no. Well, I mean, I think it's easy to say that about Mason Mount, but again, 2 weeks ago, Mason Mount was looking like an integral player to the team, right? So these things.
And then what did he do? And then what happened? And then what happened, Sean?
It's the same thing that can happen to Shea Lacey, the same thing that unfortunately happened to Dorgu.
But I'm sorry, Sean. I'm sorry. It doesn't happen to these players. I don't want to get into argument, get sidetracked. But he gets injured every 2 fucking games.
Yes, he gets injured a lot. All I'm saying about Shea Lacey is that for me, in my plans right now, the near future, Shea Lacey is not in them. I don't mind seeing him if we're leading 3-0 and we want to get Old Trafford excited. Sure, no problem. But the idea that we're planning for the future, near-term future, we're including Shea Lacey in it, just doesn't make sense to me. I think Shea Lacey should be working very hard in training right now. If for any reason we need to call on him, we can call on him, right? And for the rest of the season, he doesn't have to go on loan because the January window isn't closed. So it's okay. He can be here till the end of the season. But I'm saying I don't want to plan our future with Shea Lacey for the near term. No, he still needs to learn a lot of football in that wing. So he can go to Reading or Birmingham or whoever. But yeah, for me, I'll put all those players I mentioned before Shea Lacey in the pecking order.
Yeah, I mean, Sean, your point is very valid in terms. But it's all about preference and how you think young players should be treated. Sometimes you don't want them to grow and they go very soon. But if the talent is there, and they don't have to go around the world and come back. The Manchester United environment, when it's molded right, is the stuff that produce diamonds. The issue is that the conditions have to be right. Sean Lacey is a talent. We all agree with that. I think the pressure that environment produces in terms of playing at the stadium with that kind of fan, with that type of scrutiny, I think he's in the right environment, right? Especially with the veterans that are ahead of him right now, especially with the composition of the team, Carrick and his management team. And I'm pretty sure they will monitor him very well. They will contribute to his progress and he'll be ready in time. What you don't want us to do is send him on loan. And Ahmad is almost like a specialist of that position right now. And if we close our eyes now on top of our head, we ask for somebody else that can play that position. I think the next person that you pick will be Mbeumo. But the thing is that if we displace Mbeumo now, is another domino effect to the point that we only have a
Luani,
Sesko
I'm
up.
sorry, I can still hear some crackling in the sound. Is there something happening?
Really?
Yeah. It's usually when you take off the headphones. Can
Sounds
you
good
do
to
it
me.
without the headphones? Can you not put any headphones in at all?
Oh, my headphones are off. I'm talking straight into the phone, cell phone.
I don't know why it's crackling. Do you want to go out, maybe switch it off and start again and then come back on?
Yeah. I'll go off and come back on.
Yeah, maybe
Go
switch
off,
the
come
phone off and then switch it back on again.
Yeah, sure.
Big up, bro.
Well,
Go ahead, Sean. It's really like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if the audience can hear it, but it's crackling.
Yeah, for me, I believe in Ahmad. I believe in Ahmad a lot. So I think Ahmad is one of the best and brightest talents this club has produced in a long time. I guess we didn't produce him, we bought him from Atalanta. But yeah, I'm not looking at the youngsters at all. No. In our first team, I think we have enough to continue this title charge that we're on for the rest of the season. And I know people are laughing when I say title charge, right? You think I'm joking. But trust me, the facts are on our side. In the last, I don't know, 20 years or so, 25 years since the inception of the Premier League, out of 7 times where a team has surmounted 12 points, United has been responsible for 5 of those times. And I promise you, this Arsenal team is still going to drop some more points, right? So as long as Carrick can continue the winning train, and I want to say that the game against Fulham, I think, would be the real. I think that's when Carrick is really going to cement himself as a potential contender. I don't know if you had a conversation about Carrick or no Carrick, giving the contract, not giving the contract, but
Sean, it's coming up. This is the next topic.
yeah, I mean, we can segue there. I think Carrick is auditioning for the main role, and I was thinking about it yesterday. Is that I think it could go one of two ways. If Carrick has a perfect 16 games, right, then we could shake hands, go our separate ways, and don't ruin a good thing, right? You know how sometimes you might be with somebody and you don't want to know their name because you had such a great night, you don't want to ruin it, don't exchange numbers. Let's not talk after this because this was so perfect. So I can see how with Carrick, we could say,
I've lost Sean.
yeah, you lost me. I got a phone call and I have
Okay,
to hop off. I have to hop off real quick, Nurudeen.
cool, no
Sorry.
worries. Yeah, come back, bro. Big up.
Yeah.
Big up. Come back when you're ready. Yes, people. Yeah, Sean's already taken the conversation there. Let me just update people on the poll. We said who should play on the left. We asked the question, who should play on the left now that Dorgu's out for the season. Please keep liking the video as well. Cunha 59%, Ahmad on the right in Burma, Ahmad on the left in Burma on the right 17%, Mount 6%, Lacey, and keep Ahmad on the right 19%. So yeah, that's the latest on that topic. Hopefully waiting for Luani to come back and then we can talk about this. I don't know about you, but I'm just sick of this question. I don't know about you guys, but I'm genuinely sick of this this Carrick. Listen, time will tell. The idea that we give Carrick the job after two games, he beat Man City and Arsenal. I'm like, Man City, who were being inconsistent and being poor, got licked by Bodo Glimt, and Arsenal, who are playing Stoke City, you know what I mean? This kind of set piece ole, this FC set piece. That's what I call them, FC set piece, innit? Set piece FC. I think we can't make those judgments. We need to see how Carrick does against low blocks. We need to see what Carrick is doing, and then that conversation and that debate can be had towards the end of the season. But I'm not interested in having that conversation after 2 days. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, people, I'm going to change the I'm gonna change the poll. So yeah, most of you have agreed. There's actually more of you who did the poll than people who've liked the video. What a surprise, eh? What a flipping surprise. You're already pressing the poll. Why don't you press the like? It costs you absolutely nothing. So yeah, looks like Cunha's won it. Cunha's won it. And second is Ahmad and Mbemo on the right. No, actually Lacey and on the left and Ahmad on the right. That's what's winning. But I'm going to change the poll now. Change the poll to, should we stop debating this Michael Carrick BS till the end of the season? Yes or no? Carrick, to get the job, debate. End of the season. No, how can I word it? I need to word it something different. Oh, God, I'm so tired. I need to word it differently. Carrick to... Is it right to have the Carrick manager debate? Yeah. Is it right now to have the Carrick as a permanent yeah, and coach? No. Is it right now? Is it right now to have to debate about Carrick as full-time? As full-time coach? Yay or nay? Yes, debate now, or wait till the end of the season? Till the end. Let's have that, people. So we're having, is it right now? It's right now to have the debate about Carrick as full-time coach, or wait till the end of the season. So please vote. I don't think we need to have the debate right now. I think people are getting too giddy. I really think people are getting too giddy. It's too early. I know, Z. I know. I don't think we need to have that debate. But if you disagree, then do what you need to do, people. Yeah, big up to Sol, always with the right messaging. Carrick can't be giving it right now. It's only been 2 games to play under him. We need to see how he breaks low blocks teams when they set deep and give us the ball and take the game to the opposition. Now, we need to do loads of different things. We need to know his in-game management. We need to know about his substitutions. We need to know what he can do if we're getting murdered in one side of the, let's say our left-hand side is getting attacked way too much. You know what I mean? Imagine that. Imagine that's what's happening. You know what I mean? What would he do then? Would he react there and then, or does he just get our left-hand side get slaughtered and we concede goals? We need to know loads of different things about him. Well, he needs to. Well, this is what I'm saying to you. He needs to track back, yeah. Yeah. That's the debate to have. But yeah. Big up, Jarvis. How you doing?
Big up. Yeah, I'm good. I'm a bit cold, it's just super cold outside.
Yeah, it's a bit cold as well here, bro. My internet is a bit dodgy. Yeah, and you know
Okay,
what?
okay.
I've been to the doctors. They said I've got chronic fatigue, man, from the viruses that I had.
Ah,
It's absolutely pissing me off, bro.
well, you just got to take it easy,
I
man.
feel
You
so
know,
fatigued, bro. I feel so fatigued. Jarvis, I've got ADHD. I get
yeah.
me
Don't
being
be all.
inside my flat. I get claustrophobic. It's like I'm getting strangled.
Oh, it's not good.
You know, so it's horrible, bro. But yeah,
Yeah.
I really wanted to jump on last night, but I was so fatigued. I was laying in bed, but I watched the show. What a brilliant show you had last night.
Thank you.
Fantastic show. Yeah, fantastic show.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. You know, we cover a lot of topics, and yeah, that's what we do.
Like I always
Yeah.
said, it's the best show, best 2-hour show in about United on Monday. Honestly, it's superb.
Thank you.
It's absolutely superb. You know, that's what I don't do a show, Jarvis, because your show is blockbuster. Like all of the different things I want to talk about, you covered it already, but you cover it in more sophisticated way. You cover it in more nuanced way. You allow for more debate. You allow for more opinion. So yeah, last night I was in bed feeling sorry for myself, and I was just like, you know what? Let me see the boys. And you know, I was that tired. I was that fatigued. I couldn't even comment.
Yeah, but it's sometimes good just to watch. You know,
I just
sometimes
had you
I
on.
enjoy watching you and Saeed when you do the
Yeah.
shows together and stuff. You know, it's good. You know.
Yeah, I just put it in that corner, but I wanted to jump in a couple of times, and I literally started speaking the point of view, and then I started laughing to myself because I'm like, what the hell is going on? Luani, let me hear you. Go ahead, check, mic check,
Yeah, big
mic
up,
check.
Jarvis.
Oh, Luani, it's even worse now, Blava.
What?
Luani, it's even worse.
Are you kidding me?
Honestly.
Yeah,
You
my
need to not have the
microphone must be
headset,
dead.
bro. Don't take it off the headset.
Yeah, headset is off now.
Okay. Yeah, it's better
Okay.
now. It's better now.
If you put on reduce mic background noise and
No, it's not the mic. It's something electrical. It's something electrical. It's like crackling. Speak, Luani. Speak.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, perfect. Absolutely.
That was good. Yeah.
Perfect. Go ahead.
Hey, big up,
Go
Jarvis.
ahead.
Big up, Luani. How are you?
I'm good.
Nice.
Just sitting
nice.
there in the
Robert,
parking
actually,
lot.
before we move on, can you please tell us about the tangibles, what you found in the numbers and tactically? Is there anybody in the team that can give us what Dorgu's been giving us? And how devastated are you that he's out for the season? Because we're all devastated. For me, it properly spoiled the result for me. Because I'm so anxious. These things, players, we don't talk about it, Jarvis. We don't talk about it, Luani. We don't talk about it, chat. But actually, certain injuries at the wrong time can end players' careers. Not that the players don't get the same opportunity in the team anymore. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Another manager will come in and then they won't get that same because that manager didn't see that, the way they were playing then. So, Jarvis, break it down for us in terms of tactically. To me, I'll tell you what I thought he was doing. I thought he was brilliant on the press when we squeezed that side. Because of his athleticism, sometimes he was pressing two players. Like you always say, he put his body down, shape it, not to run straight, but to be able to cover two spaces quickly.
Yeah,
I thought he was fantastic, like cutting out the passing lanes. I thought that he knew when to squeeze in and come central and help out the midfield and make more numbers and have an option to help out Casemiro and Kobe. But I thought one of the other most important things he was doing is the athleticism and the ball carrying abilities and the threat in behind. Also, the way working back and filling in with Luke Shaw. That's what I thought tactically he offered. And I don't see anybody within the squad who's got that level of physicality. I think he's even got more running power than Ahmad. And Ahmad was the first one we were like, wow. Do you understand what I'm saying? But Dorgu, from this left wing position, has been a sensational.
Yeah, but I think you mentioned a lot of good things, and I'm not disagreeing with you, but I think he looks even better because of the way Carrick sets up his team. I talked about this many of times with the close proximity, and him being on the left, Bruno being on the left, Mainu dragging over to the left, Luke Shaw pushing up to the left, Licha pushing on to the left, Everything happens on the left-hand side. Oh, you're on mute. You're on mute.
And then it gives us that option where we can switch the play because we got we pulled the other team so much to this side. Then we can overload and switch the other side to Mbermo and Ahmad.
That's obviously the game plan we will try to do and set up Mbumo and Ahmad 2 against 2 or 1 against 1 on the other side, or even overload 2 against 1. But what I feel now with why we see this new side of Dorgu is because I think the close proximity. Because a lot of the time, and even in the Arsenal game, you saw in the first 20-25 minutes, Dorgu was alone a lot of the time when he received the ball. And he couldn't do anything. But when we have players around him, it's so much better. Because I don't think you have the best vision, you know, how to find passes and stuff like that. But as a physical player, he's such a physical player. He has the strength and he can bully others, and he likes to play ball. He likes to come in. He likes to set up combination play. That's perfect for a player like Mainu. That's perfect for a player like Bruno. And he's always willing to run, and that's perfect for a passer of breaking lines, as Martinez is. So in a way, he's set up in the perfect way in this Carrick system. So that's why it's so disappointing now losing him. Okay, we will get Cunha, but Cunha again, when he plays on the left, he's more of an individual sort of say. He's not that combination type of player. He likes to turn by himself. He likes to do things himself and be the star. So I think we will struggle.
He actually likes the space centrally, other than combined.
Yes.
He likes the space centrally.
So again, you know, I'm a little bit worried because I don't think it's a coincidence. I don't think Carrick holds Cunha on the bench because he just want to wait to get him into better shape or stuff like that, and have a long-term plan that Cunha will be our left-hand side winger. I think he sees Dorgu as the perfect man in this system. And that's the problem now. I think it will hurt us a lot when Dorgu is out. I think we will lose a lot of our power and you know, how we built and how we managed to progress the ball on the left-hand side. So I think we will lose out tremendously,
Jarvis,
and it's so disappointing us losing Dorgu.
In the last poll, quickly, and then we move on to the Carrick question, because I've already asked Luani and Sean. Sean, maybe
I cannot disagree a little bit, you know. I think Carrick, with his experience, know how to recognize situational football, and he understands that when we face a low block, Dorgu will probably not be the best choice because he won't be able to use spacing behind, and we've seen that with Amorim as well. The only reason he was favored on that left-hand side as a wing-back is because he can go in space. When you take that space away, Dorgu cannot dribble. He's a good athlete. He strikes the ball very well, and that's about it.
Yeah, but that's what I said, Luani. He can't dribble, but he likes to come in. He likes to set up combination play, and that's why he's perfect in a trio with Mainu and Bruno. I think they three together creates something special. Dorgu comes in, sets up. You saw it the Dorgu goal when they set up the combination play, the Cunha goal. So for me, yeah, it's disappointing. But you know, what can we do?
No, listen. I'm not
Is
Mbumo
maybe the best answer to put on the left?
And this is what I said, Jarvis. Take Ahmad there. Ahmad is the only one who tactically understands what to do. Common and actually tactically, he knows what to do. And
why is everybody overlooking Mason Mount?
No, because Mason Mount can never be trusted. He gets injured after the fucking game after 15 minutes. So I'm not relying on him. And Mason Mount can't offer the athleticism. I'll just say this, Jarvis, quickly, right?
Yeah.
Mason Mount might be, but nobody trusts him. Nobody has any faith in him, whether he stays fit and have continuous games. I said that maybe take Ahmad there, Mbermo to the right, and take Ahmad there. Or I said maybe Ahmad, and then somebody in the comments said, why can't be Ahmad and then Lacey sometimes to come on? So Lacey on the other side and then play Mbermo up the pitch. And like give him a half, you know, like half an hour here, 30 minutes there. Yeah. Especially when we're playing against low block. We need many good shooters outside the box as we can. One of the big things, Jarvis, I'm going to do a show. I'm doing research at the moment, right? How do you beat low blocks? And you have to get many good shooters, people that can make, can shoot and shift the space, who can just shift the ball and then shoot. You need many of them as possible. That's a way to beat a low block. Because I've been watching Aston Villa this season. They've scored more. Nobody scored in the Premier League more long shots, right? They camp teams in, and then they make their best shooters outside of the area, in the pockets, in that 25, 30 yards, and then let them shoot. Bondia, right, scored so many spectacular goals from there. And obviously Rodgers has scored so many screamers from there. So I'm doing that research at the moment. I'm looking into the data, looking at that. And I'm thinking if we're going to come against low blocks, West Ham's going to low block us for sure. Leeds will come to Old Trafford and low block Manchester United. I'm thinking ahead, and I'm thinking we need many players who can shoot outside the box as possible. So maybe sometime bringing on Lacey might be a good idea. But tried in Burmo, I'm doing Ahmad there. But you know what? This debate can continue. I really want to come to this other debate. But I'll tell you what the poll said, Jarvis. 60% said Cunha straight away. They're like, Cunha because he's scoring goals. And the reason why I'm saying that, Cunha then will have to become positionally disciplined. He would have to become positionally disciplined. I think Cunha is underrated. His defensive work is underrated, right? But on the ball, he can't just do the individualistic thing. He has to combine. And the only thing is that I have not seen a coach that has made Cunha and Bruno play, other than if Cunha is not up the pitch. But then yesterday we saw it, Jarvis. If you get them in the right situation, they can combine. Because it was Sesko who won the ball. It was Kobe who hustled Rice or whoever it was out the way. And then Bruno picked up the loose ball. Then it was Bruno give it to Kobe. Kobe then nutmegs Rice. Cunha gets away and shoots, right? But the thing will come. But now, Jarvis, I know that I don't think United fans, some of them have realised that on purposely some opposition fans are trying to set us up. They're like, Carrick the contract now. And I'm saying, me personally, we need to, that conversation needs to be had at the end of the season. I don't think we need to get distracted with this BS because it's a nice soundbite for the British media. But ITN has come in. ITN has been, there's some feedback, but then there's some snarky feedback. But let's go. Let's cry Dorgu's out. Okay, Mr. Therapy never rating him, but now negative thumbnail. Well done, bro. You're not learning. Well, I don't know what I'm learning. Honestly, I think you waffle a lot because I don't know what I'm supposed to learn. But Dorgu's out for the season, and we're talking about the importance of him. We're saying if it was to happen to a midfield player, I don't think Manchester United can finish in a Champions League Champions League places. I really don't. It just shows you how injuries can ruin the time. The only way we can finish the Champions League if we got a Casemiro injury, God forbid, or a Manu injury, is that if Liverpool and Chelsea proper hit the wall. That's the only way. So we're going to talk about that. But you think that's negative. That just shows you how much of a bootlicker you are. Cheerio. Because if you're calling me a negative for pointing out the obvious that these dickheads have got till next Monday to help Carrick if they want him to finish in a Champions League position, then you're the one that's fucking bootlicking. You're the one that's backing Glazer and Glineos not to spend a fucking penny and demand that he finishes Champions League places. They've demanded and said he needs to finish in the Champions League place. That's what Athletic are briefing. That's what Laurie Whitwell's saying. All those who are the fucking sonographers for Glineos and Glazers. And now you're saying because of the title, I'm negative. Get the fuck, man. Go ahead, Luwani. What do you think this debate about Carrick job now? Do you think is ludicrous or do you totally disagree with me? And do you think we should be having a debate right now? Because I'm like, we don't know what his in-game management is. Manchester United have beaten big teams before. What are we doing here? We beat fucking B-Tech Stoke. They're not even fucking proper Stoke. They're a B-Tech Stoke. They are a fucking BTEC Tony Pulis. And we beat City and Bodo Glimt. The level of football, Bodo Glimt put City to the sword. So in reality, really, who the fuck did we beat? Because they're both shit. City have been inconsistent. Arthur can't score a goal from open play.
Yeah, but no, then it depends how you want to look at it, right? If you choose to look at it as we beat two title contenders and we beat them in a very convincing manner, you can make the case for us being a different team on the Carrick, but still that will not justify the fact of giving the job to Carrick after 2 games. That's not the way it works. I agree with you. It's way too early to talk about giving him the job. But if he's auditioning for the job, the audition is going very, very well. So we still have to wait till the end of the season before a decision is made.
And that's
made
what
on
I
that.
said. And that's what I said, Luwane. I said,
yeah,
this debate should be had at the end of the season.
100%.
Not right now. That's all I'm
I
saying.
agree
I'm
with
not
you.
saying that the debate's not to be had. I said, we need to have the debate at the end of the season.
Yeah, I agree with you. The only side I don't agree with is we don't have to. We can make that argument separately, but we don't have to downgrade or downplay his what we just achieved just because of the manner we did it.
Yeah, big up Salk Hassan. That means I think you're an Arsenal fan. Listen, it's no disrespect. Your boys have only 2 games that you've scored from open play this season, and you've won. All the other games is set piece, ole ole. Your fans sing set piece again, ole ole. That's what they sing. So what does that mean? Your manager is a BTEC Tony Pulis. He's got all that talent, and he just puts defensive bullshit shackles on them. I 100% do not believe Odegaard is that bad. I've seen Odegaard pulling the strings for Norway. Odegaard came there, was fabulous. I think it's his setup that is damaging your team, your players, because he's anti-football. What are we doing here? We call it as we see it. It's not disrespect. You can't be top. You're top because it's a shit Premier League season. Go ahead, Jarvis.
Yeah, me personally, I agree when it comes to Carrick. It's way too soon. You know, we need to see more. We've seen him against two teams who wants to keep possession and wants to try to win the game and dominate us. But we have set up in a low block, mid block. We have played smart, and the guys have been loyal to his game plan. It will be something else being up against Marco Silva and Fulham. Fulham is a mid block, low block type of team. They like to play on transition. They like to play direct. They like to overload on the wings. They like to cross a lot. And also they have the element of playing through the number 10, but also the number 10 drops down and create an overload in midfield if needed. So they are a very balanced team, and he's been around for so many times, so many years. I think he's Portuguese, Marco Silva, if I'm not wrong. And I have read somewhere that he's very inspired by Mourinho when it comes to setting up defensively, but you have a different element than going into attack. So that will be interesting and see how Carrick is going to set up against a team like Fulham. And we know Fulham have good players. Wilson is now great in form. They have this. Iwobi's doing well. He's actually playing in the pivot now with Sander Berge. Yeah. You know, he has running stats, Iwobi, and he's a good dribbler. So they have a progressor, and the conductor of the team is Sander Berge. And I love their centre back, Joachim Andersen, the Danish guy, brilliant, and also Robinson. I think he's a left back. He's back into business. So you should never underestimate Fulham. They've got
goals, Jarvis. They've got goals. All the front six can score. Guys that come off the bench score. They all share the goals out. They're full of goals.
Yeah. I just want to address. They can play a low block if needed, but they play a balanced mid block. And also they play possession.
And they counter press the shit out of you.
They do. And also with the midfielders and the wingers, they rotate a lot, like this, if you understand. So it depends how we set up our press. So if we press from the inside, they double up on the outside with 2 guys. And if we set up and they rotate on the inside, they set up on the outside. So they know how to play. And if you have ball secure players like Sanderberg, who can find the right passes and the right angles. So it worries me a little bit, but also I think we are better than Fulham, and we should win the game. Stu and I had this debate when it came to Carrick yesterday, and to keep him or not. But Stu said he's not sure, but he's 100% sure that we should keep Steve Holland on the coaching staff. Regardless of who comes in as the manager, because he has the pedigree. He's been around. He knows the league, and now he knows the club. You can all see like small things. He had Kobe Mainu for England in the Euros, and suddenly
Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire.
Yeah, and suddenly he comes in and he gets Kobe Mainu. Ruben Amorim. He framed us all with Kobe Mainu, and me too. So now we see a player coming in like Kobe Mainu, having the best running stats, covering the most miles out of any players on the pitch in 2 games in a row. He couldn't play in a pivot according to Amorim, so
but he could. But to be fair, he couldn't because Amorim's system is too chaotic.
Yeah, but we play with control, and Kobe Mainu is the controller. So
I've actually seen it. It would be really interesting, Jarvis, to look up the positioning. In the Arsenal game, I actually saw him more as a 6 in the game than I saw Casemiro. Casemiro was pressing up loads of times.
Well, it was because they were man marking. It was pure man marking all the time. So it depended on Arsenal's build-up play who dropped down. So either Casemiro followed or Mainu followed.
Yeah.
So it was more about this.
Yeah. Elliot Anderson is a dream, people. Elliot Anderson is a dream. But it's not happening. I don't know what's happening. Luani, this is what I'm saying to you. So it looks like some in the fan base want to have that conversation. He's saying 49-51. For me, somebody asked the question, what flaws have you seen Carrick? This is it, the spectrum, football spectrum asked. But 2 games is a small data. I thought, there's the flaw for you. I thought we respected Arsenal way too much. 30 minutes, but we didn't play with the ball. And that, to me, is not good enough. It's not good enough, regardless who's on the fucking football pitch. You should not give her that much respect to B-Tech Tony Pulis P-Tech. I mean, the idea that Theo Walcott said the 08-09 team is just unbelievable for me. It's like,
no, but
you can't even beat one of the worst Manchester United teams in the history of Manchester United. And you're talking about fucking 08.
Nuruddin, two things though. First of all, when we're talking about Arsenal, I think we should put some respect on them, And their own fans they come across to me as the unbeaten title. If you look across the league in the past 4 years, I think they pretty much challenge. At least the past 3 years, they've challenged. And it's only 3 teams that are able to challenge at their level. And 2 of them have been championed, Liverpool and City. Apart from those 2, Arsenal have been challenger for the past 3 years. So they have. This is not by luck. They have been very consistent. They are a machine of a team. Just because they're not able to break teams down, and they have found a strategy to win, doesn't mean that we should downplay the way they defend. Nevertheless, as far as I'm concerned, I respect teams that are able to grind out result rather than teams that are able to perfect a total domination, because a defense win championship. At the end of the day, I think that we should put some respect on what they're doing, and beating them at the Emirates. I know we've done that before, but in the fashion that we did, still need to be commended. Now, when it comes to Carrick and his if we should give him the job or not, we should not also downplay the fact that he's been a manager in the Premiership, and he's have to go through the grueling thing of bringing Middlesbrough from the bottom all the way up to the playoff. So he know what he's doing. People tend to talk about his coaching staff and give them more credit than giving credit to Carrick himself. But I think that's misplaced also because look, I know life gives us all opportunities and it all depends on the doors that open up for you in life. But if his coaching people in his coaching staff are as good as we say they are, they'll probably have head coaching job right now too. So Carrick is well deserved to be where he is. He's well deserving of the chance he's giving him. And if he keep proving us that we are going in the right direction, I will not have any issue at all if he get the job as a permanent manager at the end of the year. But for all those fan base, some of our fan base or the opposing fan base that are downplaying the job he and his coaching staff are doing, I'm not for that, especially for him. Especially is more appalling when it comes from the ex-players like Roy Keane and Gary Neville. I don't see where that bad blood is coming from.
Yeah, but Luani,
but-
let me just
Go
say
ahead.
one thing. But when it comes to this, people got to realize, Carrick, 2 weeks ago, Amorim was sacked.
Mm.
We didn't know who the interim was going to be. Was it Oli? Was it or maybe it's 3 weeks, but it doesn't matter. You know, a couple of weeks ago, everything was terrible being a United fan, and now Carrick came in. So you have a group of, let's say, 25 players, maybe 20 in training every day. How much can you actually change? How many sessions do you think you have had with this squad in this time? Maybe I've had 10 sessions if they have do double sessions a day. 10 sessions. So is he a magician? Is he like a horse whisperer? Do you think he can get players to do magical stuff just by telling them? It's not how it works, you know, doing drills. Have you ever played football yourself? You set up cones, you do drills, you talk about patterns, what to do in certain situation, and it needs practice. That's how it works. But what Carrick has done is made it simple. The simplicity of what we are doing now is remarkable. And you know, by putting players close together, you play on their intuitions as players, and you also communicate better because you have close proximity. You have better vision. You know where everybody is, and it's easier to make a 5-yard pass than a 15-yard pass. So you know, okay, he's done simple things and it worked. He's not a magician yet. You know, people gotta get their facts straight. And after a while, when we see if we come up against, let's say, a Everton low blocking us with David Moyes putting 11 men in defense and we beat them 4-0 because we thrive, we play the best football we ever seen, we prime Barcelona, whatever, you know. Okay, but it won't happen in the next game or the next game after that. Now it's because of simple things. That's just my point. I don't know, Nourdin, if you agree or not.
Yeah. No, 100%, Jarvis. I think when you simple, like I said, you know, football is one of those sports. The more simplicity, the better it is.
Yeah.
Like the more you try to overcomplicate it, you overcomplicate yourself, and then players get confused. E.g.e. Arsenal. People watch the game again, being fatigued and being in bed and being like not well. I have a lot more time. I watched the game again, Jarvis. The first half an hour, we respected them too much. We did. I'm sorry, Luani, I have zero respect for anti-football. If this Arsenal win the league, they will be in history, especially now you've got the multimedia world. Not back in the day in the 1980s or 70s. I'm talking about now. They will be known as the worst team to ever have won the Premier League. You know why? Because they can't score from open play. They don't create shit. You know their fans. I'm sorry, Luani. Luani, I'm sorry. Their fans celebrate like it's a goal when they get a corner. Give it a fucking... When have we ever seen that? Let me finish the point. I am not respecting bullshit. I'm not respecting anti-football. I'm not respecting FC set piece again, ole. I'm not respecting destroying the talent, the amount of squad and talent that coach has, where they lack every belief to be able to play decent football and combination and have a shot. They don't even shoot anymore. They don't even shoot. So what are we doing here? Like, I am not respecting. My eyes do not allow me to respect bullshit. It's exactly the same thing when I'm watching Manchester United. My eyes do not respect me to respect bullshit. So when you, Hassan, come back and go, Luan is speaking the sense, because Luan is picking up your team. And Jamie Wayne and everybody else, we did respect them too much. We did. We gave them the ball and let them push us back. We let them push us back into a low block when we're a mid-block team. We let them push us back. And all they were doing is recycling from one end to the other side and then give the ball to Saka. And they give the ball to Saliba. Like Jarvis talked about. Jarvis talked about in the preview. Jarvis said Saliba is the guy they give the ball to. This is a centre-half. They've got Odegaard, they've got Supermende, but they want to give the ball to fucking Saliba. What kind of bullshit football is this? What are we doing here? So at the end of the day, I'm not respecting bullshit anti-football. United won because Manchester United were playing football. The first half an hour, we did respect them too much because they're shit. I watched them against Wolves. I watched them. Yes, Luana, you can laugh at me all you want.
No, I'm not laughing at you. I'm not laughing at you. I'm not laughing at you.
Wolverhampton.
You know, hey, look, I don't respect them neither. I don't, right? Because I watch football to get entertained. So I'm not gonna sit down here. Huh?
They don't entertain. No, let me.
No, I'm not. I'm not entertained when I don't watch Arsenal.
Listen, let me agree with you. The first time they challenged for the league, they were playing sensational football. Oh my God, Jarvis, we remember. The first 2 years they challenged for the league, they were playing sensational football. And then he overcomplicated it in his head. And then he started doing. He started to do. I swear to God, he watched 2 coaches. You know what coaches he watched? Who won the league with bullshit low block tactics? Not low block, but with control BS, defensive control football. Remind me the 2 coaches that won that in recent years in the Premier League. And both of them did it with the same club.
Nuruddin.
That's the question.
I agree with you 100%.
Who are the 2 coaches I'm talking about and which club am I talking about? In the last 15 years, 2 clubs have won the league. Uber defensive. And no, both of them changed tactics midway. Quarter into the league, Chelsea. They changed the tactics. Who are the 2 coaches I'm talking about?
Conte.
And
the second one?
Mourinho.
Yeah.
Remember, Mourinho were playing amazing football. And there was one game against Spurs where Spurs and them were scoring like Chelsea scored, then Spurs scored, then Chelsea scored, then Spurs scored. And after that, Jose locked it down. And Conte was exactly the same. Conte gave the other teams the ball in the Premier League. He started to counterattack them with a 2 wing backs and had, what's his name? The Brazilian Spanish guy scoring the goals for him. And then, when he needed to create something, he would leave Cesc Fabregas on the bench and then he would bring him on to go and create something for me. I'm playing against a low block, the game's ending. Even though I've been low blocking all game, go and create something for me. So I personally believe Arteta did that. He thought, I've not won it because we were playing free-flowing football and I got beat against West Ham, I got beat against Villa, I got beat against this team, that team. And you know what? I can't win the league that way. I'm going to try to win it this way. And you know what the saddest thing is that these players can't do the anti-football. It's not their instinct. He's asking them to play against their instincts. But anyway, that's the Arsenal video. I'll do the Arsenal video. But coming back to Michael Carrick, or coming back to this, for me...
No, can I make a point about Arsenal, what you just said? The issue with them is that when I look at Arsenal, it's like their evolution was in phases. And like you say, at the first place, he tried to win the league playing scintillating football. And it didn't work out for him. So eventually, he got the pressure.
People
say...
Because why, Luani? Luani, because why? He came up against a Man City team that would go 16 games win. Like you can't beat that. You can't come up
Exactly,
against
exactly. So if you come across a team like that, what do? You have to revert back to the end, justify the means, and that's what he tried to do.
No, you
Not
don't.
everybody,
You know
look. In his strike force, right? In his strike force, he used to have Aubameyang that he got rid of. He got rid of Lacazette, and then he went to get Kai Havertz. Okay, and it didn't work out for him. Not everybody have the money that City have. Not everybody can go sign Erling Haaland. That can be the piece that will help you win a treble or something. So I mean, he have to do what he have to do to win at this point, and I think that's what he's doing. So I don't know.
The point I want to make to you is when he first came in the first 6 months, he played the way Emery. He didn't change anything. That's why they won the FA Cup. He beat us. He beat Chelsea. And then who did he beat in the final? I think he beat somebody else in the final, right? City in the final, right? During the lockdown. After that, he played low block. Remember, he came to Old Trafford and low blocked us with Aubameyang playing. Remember when he played Aubameyang out? He had Aubameyang as a left-sided wing back. He did that, right? Then he got rid of those players. Didn't challenge for any league. Finished 8th. Arsenal fans wanted him sacked. And then guess what happened? He then bought the youngsters, let them play free-flowing football. Then they got better. They bought a bit more better players. Then he challenged for the league. So for me, the biggest thing is this, Luane, and I will end it there. Do not, if you want to do what Conte, win it like Conte and win it like Jose, you've got totally the wrong players. You need players who are opposite to the players you have.
But who are we to tell him that?
No. Listen, that's an opinion. But going back now, the final, before we go, because I'm tired. I'm really tired. I need to go and fucking sleep. I'll say this now. The last topic is this. Jarvis. Manchester United can get an injury to midfield. God forbid they don't. Tell me how we're still going to play this type of football and cope with whatever and finish in the fucking Champions League place.
Yeah, that's the $1 million question. Well, I want to go, before I answer it, I want to go back to explaining to you guys what I see when I see how Carrick and Holland set up this team and why it works. It's about the compactness and the distances. You know, that's everything they have fixed in these 2 weeks. They have drilled maximum 2 things: compactness this way, and distances between the players. When I used to play football, we talked about this all the time. My coach told me, you know, in the floodlight on the pitch, when you see a player, he has 4 shadows because of the floodlights. So you are going to be as close as the shadow of the players beside you, if that makes sense. Because as a player, you're on the pitch, you don't have a measuring yardstick to measure how long it is. But basically, it's 8 to 12 yards. You know this, Nordin. You played football yourself. Probably heard a coach say, you have to mark the shadow of your teammate. So this was basically what we learned, and you know, this is a golden rule, rule of thumb from everything. And you got to be able to press your teammate's shadow. And also, it's about pressing triggers, because the striker's role is to separate the pitch. He's not going for the ball. He's just separating. And when you separate on one side, then the team squeeze. But the press is not coming from the striker. The press is coming from the whole team. Because when the pressing triggers are there, let's say a pressing trigger is a guy receiving the ball with the back against the goal. He has a bad touch. He receives the ball with his weak foot. This pressing triggers, and you go into match, you read the game plan, and when you see it, you know. And before the striker goes, every time the wingers tuck in before you start the press. You don't start the press when this press has already started. It's too late for the wingers. So everything has to be as a unit, and this is what they have been training. You see, our press play is good, and our compactness is good, and the distances between the players. As I say, we play with close proximity. And also when you look at this, you know, people think that we sit with a low block. We're not, because a compact team, they can press high, they can defend the mid block, and they can drop deep. So this is what we are doing so far, and this is Steve Holland basically. The passing, the possession thing is Carrick, but the shape is Steve Holland. So you know, I don't know where we were in the debate, but for me, when we going forward, I'm if let's say Kobe Mainu is injured in the midfield, I think we're done. We can't do this with Casemiro and Ugarte. Look at Ugarte when he press. He runs all over the place. He press wide. In a compact team, there's a rule of thumb. You have to press in front of your block only. So if you have two center backs, you only press in front of the two center backs. This is where the press goes. If the ball is out on each side, you don't press. You just block.
Jarvis, you used to two center halves. You used to two center halves as your hips width.
Yes. So these are kind of basics when it comes to football. So you know, with Ugarte, it won't work.
Ben, we can't really see you, but sorry about the storm. How are you feeling? How are the people there? Is anybody hurt?
Yes, big up everyone. Good evening, everyone.
Big up everyone.
Big up the chat as always, man. Smash the likes, free Palestine. Yeah, man. Look, it was. I woke up at 5 in the morning, bro, to get ready for work. And honestly, man, the wind was absolutely scary as fuck, man. I had to drive all the way down to Dublin. The gusts was absolutely mental, bro. Like, schools were closed. People were actually taking the day off work because it was that dangerous. It was absolutely phenomenal. Like, on the motorway, there was a huge flood down in the M50 in Dublin. And the flood, the depth of the actual water itself was above, like, the crash barricades on the motorway. It was so deep, and like it was fucking scary today, man. And honestly,
how was it driving through?
Oh, Nurden, it was fucking mental. But you know what's crazy though, Nurden? Up here, up the north was the worst. Up the north was absolutely the worst. It hit 95, but down in Dublin was like 70 miles an hour, so it wasn't as bad.
Trees falling over. Trees.
Oh, Nurden, do you know what's crazy? I came back to my house and I couldn't drive my car into the house because there's trees blocking both sides of the road. So my car is literally on the curb down the bottom of the road. I can't park, Nurden. I can't park. And when I walked out and opened my gate to get into the house, it's literally like a waterfall. There's literally puddles everywhere, and it's crazy, man. So apparently it's one of the. Like, I mean, we've had a storm like this last year. It was absolutely horrendous. But
what's this one called?
Forgot the. Hang on. Let's get you the name here now. Chandra. 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 Yeah, crazy, man. Crazy, but it's
sound that great at all.
It's but it's hit some of the UK as well. Like,
big up
towards,
Chandra. Listen, it hit us last night. I was awake all night. I'm not gonna lie to you. It hit Manchester. Apparently Liverpool was quite bad, but I live in a 4th floor apartment, and my bedroom's got a balcony. My bedroom goes to a balcony, and it felt like somebody was strangling somebody.
Yeah,
like it sounds like a human. The noise from the wind, from the storm, sounds like
crazy. It's crazy. Like, I'm
sister. Somebody.
No, but, you might want to call a priest for your balcony, man. Something's going on there.
Honestly, I'm telling you. I swear to God, it's like The Exorcist, man. It's haunting me.
And it's crazy, man. And like, it's still going on, man. Like, we lucky enough, our power only went off for like an hour, so it wasn't too bad. Like, but bro, it was.
How long is it? How long is it supposed to be here till?
Well, apparently it's to carry on to at least 1 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow. But the issue with tomorrow is the amber. It was an amber warning for rain, but it's also a really bad warning for ice and snow. So we're getting snow apparently this week. So it can't get any worse.
Are you driving around tomorrow? Nah, Ben, you need to take it easy, mate.
I know, man. I know. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, especially driving on black ice in early hours in the morning, man. It's very difficult. I suppose, Lawani, you would understand too. You've been a driver yourself. Like, it's very difficult, man. When you hit black ice, you're like, oh shit. Like, you know, you're trying so hard not to press on those brakes. Like, you just have to keep the steering wheel straight. Like, but like, anyways, look here, it's all blessed, man. We got home safe, and that's the main thing, bro. But
I'm glad you're safe, man.
I know,
Glad you're
man.
safe.
But it was crazy. Like
Yeah,
all the
listen, no,
pictures,
seriously, Ben.
all the pictures
Yeah,
today
Ben,
was
you're not listening. You
absolutely
need to
mental.
take it easy.
100%,
You
man.
need to take it
100%.
easy, man. Honestly, you need to make a judgment tomorrow before you go. You need to make a
100%
judgment.
nerd and 100%, man. You know, and you know,
You need to check it. You need to check the roads
weather.
before you go. Yeah, the weather.
Question, Ben.
Big up.
Ben, do
Listen,
you guys
Ben.
use salt over there?
Sorry.
Do you guys use salt
Oh,
for the road
yeah.
when there is ice?
Yeah, salt. Yeah.
We have a massive
Grit,
team
grit.
of people who get out there. Ben, Jarvis just explained the tactics, the way we were playing, and why we look so good. If Kobe Mainoo, Touchwood, was to get injured, Manchester United are not finishing in the Champions League. So what the fuck are Ineos and Glazers doing? Sitting on their fucking toes like that, twiddling their fucking toes because the window closes next Monday.
And we just seen Douglas Luiz go to Aston Villa. So well done, Ineos. Well done. But you know what, man? Like, you know, I agree. I actually agree. Even though I don't think Ugarte's a bad player, I think Ugarte understands the fundamentals of being, you know, where he positions himself off the ball, like, you know, on the pitch. You know, we've seen it under like who was it that took interim? I think it was Ruud van Nistelrooy. It was Ugarte and Casemiro in the double pivot, and Ugarte and Casemiro were actually quite good in the midfield too. So, but the issue is as well, man, is like it's just putting so much heavily reliant on Bruno Fernandes being like obviously the number 10, like trying to do his job off the ball, and quite like look, he's done well off the ball at start. Like he hasn't done amazing, like, but he's done like it's basically an average performance from Bruno, like, but Kobe Mainoo is just you know. If we lose him, man, like it's good night Vienna, man. Like it's gonna be very, very difficult to break teams down. Like we need a ball playing midfield, man, like Kobe. And bro, honestly, like it just does not surprise me, man. We've got what 4 or 5 days left till the window. Like it's a fucking disgrace, man. And yes, people can say, but other teams aren't doing it. Other teams, so why should we do it? But don't worry about other teams. Worry about ourselves. This is why like this fan base just needs to get needs to understand we have to focus on ourselves. Arsenal are levels ahead of us in terms of depth. City too. Liverpool, they've just spent £500 million in summer. Spurs, their midfield's fine. Yes, they might have got a shit coach in Thomas Frank. It's not really working out, but their midfield's so balanced. They don't need to worry about signings. Maybe a goalkeeper and maybe a left winger. That's all they need realistically. I don't think their striker's bad. Their right wing Kudus, I don't think he's a bad player at all. You know, there's just like it's just us. Like we don't have enough midfield players. We haven't had enough midfield players for so long. We've still got McDonald's at our club, Luke Shaw. We haven't got a left back. We've got Diego Dalot as our right back. Centre backs. You know what happens if Martinez gets injured, Nurden? You know, we're back to square one, man. You know, it just doesn't make. Oh, you're on mute.
What do you think about the Dorgu news? I've not got your.
Oh, I was devastated, man. I really hope he gets a speedy recovery, man. But you know what, Nurden? Why are we surprised about Dorgu's injury? Do you know why? Because look who we've got as our medical department. Gary O'Driscoll, the Mister injury crisis.
Why did they lie to us? Said that he was leaving.
Yes, exactly. This is what I'm saying, Nurden. But apparently people, well, certain people called them competent, certain people called them competent, but they're not. They don't have a vision. They don't have a plan. Bro, they should have seen when Eric Ten Hag was our coach of Man United when we had this injury crisis. It can't just be the player's body like getting injured all the fucking time. You have to look at all the medical department. Our medical department hasn't been resolved. We've been talking about, you know, having a football structure. We've got a football structure, technically speaking, but it's nowhere near good. It's fucking beyond dreadful. But bro, we haven't changed our medical department. There was a rumor he was sacked. He was getting sacked at the end of the season last season, and he's still here. He's still fucking here. I look at the end of the day, man. I wish Dorgu all the best, man. Bro, take your fucking time. Don't rush yourself, please, because he's been absolutely phenomenal in the last few games. But look, at least we got Cunha as a left mid. Yes, Cunha can do the job like Dorgu off the ball. I know Cunha can do the job off the ball because we've seen it when Ruben Amorim was here. He was always dropping in the midfield and helping out the midfield so much. So I have a lot of hope in Cunha. And like I said, I mean,
but on the ball, he's not a combination player on the ball.
No,
But,
no.
I just go.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll just say, Ben.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, listen, you need to go.
My brothers, calmate, right? When we watch the Copa America, when Brazil and Argentina play is war. When is the last time we've seen the Brazilian and the Argentinian hug each other the way Casemiro and Lisandro Martinez hug each other at the end of each game? If Kobe Mino, God forbid, if Kobe Mino goes down, we'll be fine. Lisandro and Casemiro will play in that midfield. I have no doubt.
Yeah, but
It's
it's
the
still,
solution.
but
Mr. Positive himself.
But
Maybe,
it's still-
maybe you might
but
be
it's
right.
still,
Listen,
it's-
I can't
who's
question you anymore, Luani. I can't question you anymore.
but it's still
Luani,
giving
who's
the,
your-
who's going to play the line-breaking passes from behind?
Listen,
He had
Well,
53 passes.
Lenny Euro can do that. We have
53
two defenders
passes
that
from-
are ready
from
to step in.
Martinez.
Lenny
He's
Euro and
instrumental
Eden
for this
Haven are
team.
there.
He's the most important player in our team for this to work. We have
Playmaker,
5
yeah.
important players. We have Martinez, Mainu, Bruno, Mbumo, and Dorgu. Those are the 5 who are
That's a troll right there,
indisposable for
That's
this
right
Carrick team. And now Dorgu is out, and you want to move Martinez into the midfield. We have no one who can make that pass.
yeah.
Yeah,
no,
Jarvis.
Baka, can I just say this one
But
second,
Jarvis,
Luani?
this is the problem.
Luani, one second.
Nobody says that line breaking pass have to be played from a center back position. They can
No,
be
you
played from
got space.
anywhere.
You got space. You got
Yes,
space to
bro.
be able to play it.
Yes.
Huh?
You got the distance. You got to judge the distance. If you're in the midfield, there's too much traffic in the midfield. You can't play. You can't get your head up to play those line breaking passes.
And
But from deeper,
Well,
you
but
can't.
based on the
it's basic
system we've
football,
played
Luani.
lately,
It's basic
based on the
football,
system we've
Luani.
played lately, I've seen Kobe Mino being in plenty of space. I've seen Casemiro not being congested. So
Right.
it's
Let
a
me just answer
possibility.
this question. What Ben's talking about is that to be able to bring people back fit, players get injured all the time. That happens in football. But it's
Yeah.
about how much strength and conditioning bring players back quick enough.
Exactly.
Right.
And the way you're
Yeah.
speaking, Luani, like saying like relax people. We got Martinez coming in the midfield. Like
Don't insult
you're
Luani
basically-
like that. Don't insult Luani like that.
but yeah, I know 100%. But
Now
we're
and again, a
basically
couple of weeks ago, he had a couple of howlers. He got a couple of
100%.
things right. He's back on level
100%.
terms now.
but
Back level.
my
So let's not get
understanding
too
is like we're giving them an excuse to Glineos, man. Like we're saying, oh, it's okay, it's all right, boys, it's all right. Look here, we've got Martinez to come in the midfield, but no, we need to be going
Big
out
up
there and
Jamie
getting
Wade.
midfield, man.
I'm
we
looking up
must-
as well.
Like Anderson's there, man. Yes, I 100% understand. January's a very difficult window to sign someone, but I'm sorry, man, it's not good enough. It's really, really not good enough, man. And we've talked about midfielders in the past fucking so many years, Nerd, the Cavani still hasn't been replaced. Like, and he's a striker. Ronaldo never got replaced. There's Morgan Schneiderlin never got fucking replaced. Schweinsteiger never got fucking replaced. There's so many midfielders in our past fucking several years that never got replaced, and like we're just letting them off. We're letting them off. We're just giving up the
No,
most important
Ben.
thing in the pitch.
Listen, guys. I don't know if you've got the time. I want to make the last comment from everybody.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
And I need to go to bed. But if you want to carry
Okay.
on, you can carry on and I can just go. If you want to
Okay.
carry on a bit more time. But
Okay.
I understand it's late everywhere. So let's just make the last comment, Luani.
Pick up, man.
Yeah.
Okay, last
Rebuttal
comment.
what Ben said and then make your comment
Yeah.
and then we'll go around because I'm fatigued, guys.
Last comment from me, right? We're not letting anybody off. What I think should happen is I don't want us to go spend money on anybody. I don't even want the Glineos to spend a penny right now, because Carrick is not a permanent. He's an interim manager. But come the end of the season, I want to see 200 million on the table for any. I don't care who we bring in. If we get to keep Carrick, or if we get to bring in Raiola, I want a proper rebuild. I want him to be properly back financially. If we bring in any player right now, I know we change the model we sign in for the team, but if we bring in any player right now without knowing who's going to be our permanent manager in a few months, what's the point? So it's not about letting them off. It's being consensuous. in our rebuild and what we're trying to do.
And what we're talking about is a loan signing. We're not asking you to spend money. Just get a midfielder body who can actually get on the ball and can give us a body if one of us, Casemiro or Kobe gets injured. That's all we're saying. That's all we're saying, man. We're not saying too much. We're not saying spend hundreds of millions. We're not saying that. We're just saying take the lesson from Dorgu getting injured. Out of nothing, Dorgu's out for the season. It could happen, and it could. All these plans on the Carrick can all fall into itself because these vultures refuse to get him a body in midfield. Somebody who can get on the ball.
You know how these vultures do. You dare them to sign somebody, they're going to sign somebody for the shirt. They're going to bring in somebody from the shirt, and then come the summertime, they will tell you, hey, they already spent 50 million.
Well, listen, then we're fucked for life. So that's what it is. Unless you come, bring your truck and drive it into Glineos and fucking Glazer. Unless you go drive, listen, unless you go and drive, go and drive your truck into Miami and find the Glazers gaffs.
Give me the address.
There you go. There you go. Right. Go ahead, Ben. Ben, listen, you need to be up early, man. You're getting in the car,
big up, man. Big up, man.
Last
big
word
up
from
for
you,
having.
and then I'll give Jarvis the last word.
Yeah, big up, man, for having me on, bro. Every time. Big up to all yous, bro. Big up to the chat, man, as always. Free Palestine, free everyone that's oppressed around the world, man. The fucking cruel world we live in, bro, people. Especially what's been going on the past few months and years. Yes, man. Look, I'm gonna try my absolute hardest to get down to the game this weekend. Even if I can't get a ticket, any protests with Man United or whatever, I don't care how much flights are. I don't care how much accommodations is if I'm going to stay down there for the weekend. I love this club, man. I'm always going to show up to every protest that happens. I want what everyone wants, bro. Well, what half the fan base or a quarter of the fan base want. I just want these bastards gone, man. Yeah, hopefully I see a lot of people there, because if I don't see a lot of people there, then we are fucking screwed. Like, me and Jarvis spoke there last night in the private call after everyone went off. Jarvis believes Glineos and Glazers have won already because we've just allowed it to happen. And yes, I agree with Jarvis. I do think they've won already, man. And it'd be interesting to see how many show up. And Nurden, Nurden, like I said, hoping to see you this weekend as well. And Nurden, please, by all means, Nurden as well, ask the people of 1958 questions as well, like questions of concern. Why is there not many of these protests enough? Like, it's nowhere near good enough. Nurden, what's crazy? Our last protest was from near enough over a year ago. That's not good enough for Man United. But yeah, big up everyone. It's all love, man, and bless.
Big up.
Stay safe, everyone.
Sending love to everybody in Northern Ireland and in Ireland with a storm.
Yeah, man. Come on, man.
Solidarity and love all those people without electricity, and hope nobody's seriously hurt. Sending love to everybody.
Stay safe, Ben.
Yeah, stay safe.
Big up
and Ben, do not get in the car if the roads are bad, bro. It's not worth it. I promise.
100%. I know.
Bad weather. Stay in your bed. Stay in your bed, man. Stay at home.
100%.
Yeah.
Pick up everyone.
Jarvis, go ahead. Last one, and you last comment.
Before I have my last word, I just wanna bring this up, Nordin, and you know, everybody got to know this, because the 1958 comes the protest details. Fulham, Sunday, 1st of February, 1 p.m. So it's top of Sir Matt Busby Way, Chester Road, and meeting point B is outside Hotel Football. So you go there, and both groups will meet up at the Trinity. So it shouldn't be that hard if you live in the Manchester area. Everybody should join up and be part of the protest. All I ask, you know, protest peacefully. Don't be an ass. Don't destroy private property and all of this, you know, don't fight and all of this, but come there, be peaceful, and have your say. You know, it's so important, and we need to show this for the Glazers, that at least we care for ourselves, you know. So that's what I say. And also when it comes to the players, we have talked about signing players, and everybody has, you know, who are we going to sign? There's no value in the market, blah 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 blah. I call BS. We have Vivel, apparently one of the best transfer gurus out there. You know, he knows everything, every player in the South American market, Bundesliga, you name it. And you know that we had Kobe Mainoo on our bench. He didn't play a game until before Christmas, and he was on his way out. And now he's probably one of the best midfielders in the Premier League. So there are gems out there in the Championship, in Serie A, in Ligue 1, in Bundesliga, in the Primera División in Spain. There are players out there, but the problem is it's the Glazer and Ineos's willingness to commit. Because if they commit to someone now, they will destroy their precious plan, because they have a precious plan. They have been planning this for years. This is how they're going to do it, and you can't upset the plan, because everything has to go accordingly. But this is not how football works. so this is where their incompetence comes into to play. So, you know, okay, we're not signing anyone, and we got an injury, and we lose out on the Champions League. Bye-bye, 100 million. Bye-bye to all these players we are linked to. So, you know, we have to be aggressive on the market. We have to act now. That's my thoughts. And we got to find someone. And it's not Ndidi, you know, there's so many gems out there. We just got to find the right players who suits our system. That's my final say. So let's hope we can do something in the last couple of days.
Big up.
Big up.
Yeah, Jarvis. Of course. Listen, we know these vultures.
Yeah.
We know there are people available. We know that Carrick, if they want him to finish in the Champions League, which would be a miracle, which would be mainly because of the horrific Premier League season it is, where nobody can stay consistent and play decent football. And even we've got a team who's on top of the league, the best team in the country, Jarvis. You can't score from open play. Like, this is the type of like cooked Premier League we have. So it's absolutely, that's the reason why I think this is even worse season than when Leicester won the league. I swear to God, at least they played the best football. They attacked everybody. So at the end of the day, it is what it is, people. And Jarvis, by the way, I know that genuinely you wanted to explain things. Never apologize, Jarvis. Not on this channel anyway. You owe nobody no apology. You were saying about need to explain. If you need to explain something, one person might get it. There's all the other members of the audience that want to hear from you breaking it down tactically. So don't fucking ever apologize to nobody. Tell it as it is. Go into detail or less detail as you want. That's
but I understand I have a deeper interest in this than most
Jarvis,
people.
no, you don't, because
maybe
Jarvis, maybe I'm
a little bit too nerdy. That's what.
Yeah, Jarvis is a football nerd, so
listen, Jarvis,
I love listening to him especially at the end of the show. So
listen, you open people's minds at the end of the day. But yeah, people, I'm fatigued as hell. I don't know what swaying blood tests. The fact that I'm doing this show, I shouldn't really be doing the show, but because I really want to talk to you guys, because I can't go out. I can't be here. My friends are going out for meals. I can't go anywhere. You know, in the UK, Jarvis, we have a thing in the UK. January, restaurants are half price. Because January is quiet.
Good thing.
Me and a lot of friends, we go to these other restaurants and we try these different foods at half price. So I can't go. But because I'm feeling like I need stimulation from talking football with you guys, and it's always wonderful with you as a community. That's why we do what we do. But let me just get to the poll before we end the show. 51% say have the conversation now. Wow, that's how giddy 51% are. I think a lot of those fans who are voting might be fans from other clubs. But anyway, big up to every one of you. Love and light
big
to
up,
all.
Nordin. I appreciate it.
Hopefully, we'll be live tomorrow if you guys are around. If you're around, no problem. If not, I'll be live after the Champions League games, and I'm only gonna do an hour.
Bodo Glimt.
Yeah, big up Bodo Glimt. I hope and pray they make it to the next round.
They have to beat Atletico Madrid away.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night.
Well, I hope they do. I really genuinely hope they do. So
I don't think so, but you know,
no. But Jarvis, John, it's a dream. Anything can happen. A red card for Atletico Madrid. Anything can happen. But big up, love to Jarvis. Make sure you check out one of the best shows, the best show for me on a Monday. Covering Manchester United. 2 hours of sensational topics and breakdowns of games tactically. If you guys are interested, it'll blow you and open your mind. So go to Tactical Devils is there, people. Subscribe to the channels, Tactical Devils. It should at least have 10,000 subscribers now. But we're not even on 5K. And YouTube is suppressing it. I don't know why, but they're doing it. So they're not supporting a channel like him, who are detailed, research, fucking game out analysis, and all the other topics about Manchester United. Make sure you check out Luani at X, on X, Manuel Luani 1979, United Trucker. And big up to Ben Elmore 39 on X, Elmore 20 on TikTok and Twitch. Big up to Sean for jumping on. Sean Thomas. Make sure you check out his geopolitical podcast, How We See Things. He thinks we're in a title race. That's how deluded he is. But sometimes you need deluded fans. He literally says we're in that. He literally says
this is my escape, This is my escape.
Listen,
So.
Now, 100%, brother. Please be careful. All the crazy things going on out there in the US. Really, please be careful, brother. It's crazy, crazy world that we live in. But check out Jarvis. It's on X, Bowley, BOLE77. Simple. BOLE77, and he's on there as Jarvis. So go and check him out as well. And we go with this. We always go with this. This brother always tells us what to do, where to go. I'm quite disappointed. We've not had at least 160 likes on the video. That's what he deserved. I thought we had 3 clear topics tonight. I thought it was really structured, even though I'm fatigued and tired. I thought we did a good job covering the 3 different topics. And please just smash a like. We're not asking you for too much, but free Palestine, Sudan, Congo, Syria, Iraq, Yemen, Kashmir, Greenland from Danish fucking supremacy and Danish fucking empire and US empire. F the Psyos, F the war machine and colonizers and the imperialists, and F ICE Nazis. Simple as. Take care, people. Good night.
Good night.
No, not heard from Tom. Not heard from Tom. I really hope Tom is all right. Whatever's happened, I really think he's all right. But yeah, we dream and hope and wish one day Tom will just jump on. But yeah, love and light with Tom. Big up, love and light. Take care, people. Good night. Big up, Luani. Safe drive wherever you are. Where are you, Luani?
I'm somewhere in Syracuse, so 3 hours I'll be home.
Take care, man. Take care.
Yeah.
Get home safe.
Yeah.
Take care. Thank you.
Take care. Good night, people. F the
Good night.
Glaciers, F Glineos. F the Glaciers, F Glineos. Solidarity and love with everybody, everywhere around the world. And may he make speedy recovery. Sending love to Dorgu. Peace.